Okay.
Basically.
Do you want to sort of show me through where you were finding some moisture and what
So
the...
the moisture is... With the whole carpet's underneath wet. They're both wet on both sides.
Okay, wet both sides, yeah.
I mean, you can feel there's nothing on the top side. It's the underside
Yeah.
just soaking wet. Someone showed me you lift up the carpet and it's under the carpet's all wet.
I gotcha.
What I noticed, I've got photos I can show you also if you want. I get on this side sometimes there's water dripping from about over here inside, by just like the metal of where the roof comes in.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes I get condensation all the way along here. It's really quite wet, and a lot of the cold play parts also. Sometimes when it's raining and I open the roof, I open the window, I get dripping down water from here onto the carpet.
Yep.
So that's the only actual water I see.
Okay.
From it dripping into the car during rain.
Yeah.
If I open the window, so this is probably squished. I'm assuming this is I think a common thing on minis.
Okay.
That this is probably squashed, so it's not going down there to come out properly. I get in the back. There was water in the place where all the tools were.
Yep.
That's where I found water once. And then also here, it's kind of the same issue probably from that thing.
Yeah.
There's water that comes, I mean it's a bit wet, I can see on the step.
Yeah.
But there's water sometimes that comes next to the speaker just over here.
Okay.
Water comes in, not through the speaker, but
next to it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, no problem. Have you taken it anywhere else to get it looked at all, or?
So I took it to one place, which was close to me. That's when they showed me that there was water underneath.
Yeah.
And he just said he assumes it's going to be these.
Yeah.
Recommends replacing them. But I figured I might as well get it checked out properly as opposed to just an assumption of what the issue is.
Okay. Any electrical issues or anything like that at all?
I had the airbag sign was on, but I just went for a MOT 2 days ago and they just cleaned the sensors and they said it was fine. So
Okay. Alright, no problem.
There's no concern there.
When you park your car, how do you park it? Do you normally park it flat on a slope? Yeah, just flat. Okay, no problem. Apart from obviously the water leaks itself, any other bits and pieces you'd like us to quote for whilst we've got it?
No, just the water.
No,
Everything else is fine.
just sort of focusing on the water. Okay, no problem. So both sides and in the boot, yeah?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Have you sort of had any ideas? If you were to guess, you're saying probably the sort of the drainage.
I'm assuming it's the drainage. The water, as I said, the water comes straight down from here down.
Yeah.
It goes round. There's water usually on the step.
Yeah.
And that part.
That's
personally what I think.
Okay. Okay. Have you noticed any mould or anything like that at all?
Yeah, there's mould inside.
Yeah. I gotcha.
There's mould. There's definitely mould in the car. It's in the seatbelts. Although I had a clean recently, so it doesn't look as bad as it usually is.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of condensation on the roof also.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No worries.
So, a client of ours bought a Mini Cooper and complained about water being in the footwells, both front and rear. If we grab our moisture meter here, you'll just see, so that's damp. So yeah, that bit's soaked. If we go into the driver's side, just to double check. So this one's soaked as well. If we move it forward, check the rears, just because when you have water in the vehicle, it can move about, just depending on how you park. That one seems to be fairly dry. But yeah, obviously having water under the underlay is not particularly good, because the underlay is just a big sponge, so it manages to soak it up. And because there's no airflow down there, the water is stagnant, so it doesn't actually get moved. It can't go anywhere. So you can see this one's pretty damp, as you can see there. So that one's damp. But yeah, obviously if you've got water on top of the footwell, so actually showing the carpet, that's when you can get mould. I mean, you can see signs already appearing. So what we do is we quote for an odour kill in this one, just to get rid of all the bits of mould. Also, the client said that he smelt some mould or found some mould, so we managed to get rid of that. Right, so on this one, windscreen's a replacement. It's not leaking, which is good. Air vents aren't leaking. Scuttle seems to be fine. I mean, if we go around, you can see you can see here, so what happens is, where these are actually pinched, so they're actually not letting the water go into the hole. There's a little drainage there. The water's just missing that and coming into the car and dripping down. Same on the other side. If you take a look at the other side, you can see the water's actually not going in the hole, so when it overfills, it just goes completely through, whereas it should be letting it drain straight out. Also on this one, these door rubbers aren't sealed on at all. So we do the door rubbers. Door membrane's good on this one, which is good. If we take a look at the back as well, we can see this tailgate rubber is very loose and it's not sealed on. So obviously water can get in there and then run down, and that way it can make its way through the vehicle. So yeah, what we do is we quote to do all the door rubbers, seal them up. Also with these, what we're going to do is we're going to take them off, cryotox them, clean them, flush them, because this is the actual sunroof drain pipes. So what we do is we flush all the pipes, make sure they're working perfectly. When we cryotox them, clean them up, cryotox them, so basically give them a nice seal, so that they can last longer, they won't crack. And then in regards to drying this one, what we'd have to do is we'd have to take out all the seats, lift up all the carpet, suspend the underlay in the air, so that way there's no stagnant contact or anything, because if the underlay's touching the side of the metal or anywhere, then the water can't go anywhere, it's stagnant. So what we do is we pin it all up, make sure it's all suspended in the air, and then we'll get our water vacs in there, suck as much water out as we can, and then we will get our dry machines in there. These both footwells are wet. That rear passenger side over there is fairly wet. This one's not so bad, so it's probably going to need about 2 to 3 nights. I'll have to confer first, but yeah, it's going to be 2 nights minimum, 3 nights maximum. Also, what we do is we recommend to get these A-pillars done because they're very common on these cars. So what we do is there's clips under there, and what happens is where you're going down, say for example going down the motorway, the water's hitting it at 70 miles an hour, so it's going in there and it can then go in the clips. It's just a very common thing on Minis, that's all. So what we do is we take them out, get complete new clips, seal them up and put them back in, make sure that's all nice and watertight. But apart from that, I think that is all.
Okay, just a quick update video for you. Obviously the seats are out, you've got the rear seat over there. They've all been cleaned. We're just going to pop them back in to get all dry. But just thought it'd be interesting, I'm just going to get my colleague to pour this bucket. So this is obviously what has been inside the vehicle. You can see the soapy layer on the top, that's obviously where our conditioner has done. But if we get my colleague to pour down the vent, you can see that sort of dark, dirty water, and that's all the dirt and grime and stuff that's come out of the seats. So definitely worth doing. You can see all that silt layer at the top, and if we look back in the bucket now, you can see all that dirt around the bottom. So yeah, just to demonstrate that it's definitely worth going ahead and getting all those seats clean.
Okay, just a quick video of the Mini with it being on the test arch, so it's just replicating it's in the storm. So we're going to leave that on there for about 15-20 minutes, make sure it gets completely soaked, and then we will have a check inside and make sure that it's all dry. Amazing.